And co tu mamy?
Entrance gate.
Entrance gate.
Information.
And information. On the site of was once a Phoenician town, Stratus Tower, King Herod, 37 to 4 BCE, built a resplendent city and named it Caesarea in honor of its patron, August Caesar. Its inhabitants, Romans, Samaritans and Jews, enjoyed the pleasures of the Roman world, water in plentiful supply, bathhouses and places of entertainment. In 6 CE, Caesarea became the seat of the Roman governors. The status of the city's Jews deteriorated, and in 66 CE they rebelled against the Romans. When Jerusalem was destroyed in 70 CE, Caesarea became the Roman provincial capital of Judea. The city reached its height of prosperity in the Byzantine period, 4th to 6th century CE. It retained its status as an important centre of Christian scholarship, and its harbour became the gateway to the Holy Land for thousands of pilgrims. The Jewish community grew, and religious academies where famous sages taught were founded in the city. After Muslims conquered the land in the 7th century, Caesarea's status diminished. In 1101, the Crusaders captured the town. 86 years later, Saladin conquered it and destroyed its walls. The present fortifications were built in 1251 by the French King Louis IX. Following the Mameluke conquest in 1265, the city was abandoned. At the end of the 19th century, the Ottoman authorities settled a group of Bosnian Muslim refugees here. The remains of ancient Caesarea attest to the city's illustrious past.
Starting to be built by the Roman Empire, finished by God. This is the gate, has a fortress. You see the gate built with the 90 degrees angle to slow the enemy attack. Okay, and then there is...
Co się stało, że to był budowane przez Fenicjanów i kiedy Rzymianie tu przybyli, od początku, tak jak oni mieli jakiś własny rząd, to był pod Herod na przykład, i Herod to powiększył i zrobił tego ładne, ale po powstaniu żydowskie, które miało miejsce między 66 i 73, to zaczynało być stolica rzymska. I kiedy krzyżacy tu przychodzili, oni robili własną architekturę. I to jest przykład, na przykład, to jest europejski styl. Więc to jest część, którą krzyżacy zrobili. Więc fosa byłby bez wody, ja podejrzewam, nie wiem. Ściany są bizantyjskie. Są trochę tak jak kilka ścian w Jerozolimie. A tu, bo był po krzyżacy, bardzo małych ludzi mieszkali na wybrzeżu, bo bali. Between the 11th and 12th centuries, the control in Caesarea changed hands between the Muslims and the Crusaders, which founded the Kingdom of Jerusalem. In order to enable a maritime connection with the states in Europe that supported the Crusaders' kingdom, the Caesarea harbour was operated. This harbour had suffered from the elements in the previous years, previous hundreds of years in fact, and so it had to be rebuilt with whatever stones were available, which included some things which the Romans had left behind, marble columns, hewn stone and sandstone, which was picked up from whatever former inhabitants had left. So the Crusaders, when they were here, they built a citadel, which was separated by a moat, which I presume was somewhere where I am now, and had a bridge here. And apparently the bridge is clearly visible, but not to me. This cafe here used to be part of a citadel, apparently, and its story goes back to the times of Herod, which is the 1st century BCE, and Herod had the idea of combining a lighthouse with the fortified towers and to control the harbour he built in Caesarea. The citadel structure stands on the base of one of these towers, perhaps even the Jerusalem lighthouse. The Crusaders rebuilt the citadel, so that was the obvious aim of protecting the harbour. Now the citadel itself was destroyed in the 13th century. That must have been done by the Muslims. The Mamelukes took this area over in the 16th century, and then the Ottoman Empire had it. And as far as we can tell, the Caesarea wasn't actually developed again until the end of the 19th century, when some Bosnian refugees, which were fleeing from the Balkan Wars, that's been 1878, Congress of Berlin, that sort of period, they were settled by the Ottoman Empire. The governor's house is built on the remains of the citadel, so that's where I am now, and the basement was used as a dungeon. First World War, the basement was used to store weapons and ammunition. September 1917, Mudir Ahmed Bek caught here a carrier pigeon that was sent by the Nili underground, which spied on the Turks in support of the British. This was, I believe, a Jewish underground organisation, and because of this, capture this pigeon, the underground, the Turks were able to liquidate this organisation. Last happened in Greece in the Acropolis, when the Turks used the Acropolis as an ammunition store. Most damage was done when that blew up. Also here, the stores blew up, whether by accident or not, I don't know, and apparently you can see the damage still. Boom. Now this part of Caesarea is the Byzantine part, and we have the governor's bathroom here. Unfortunately, apparently this is just about the only building to recognisable. Well, we'll soon see, because the Crusaders tore down the walls of this residence here in order to build their own castle. So the stones ended up a few meters further down there. So we have something written on the ground in Greek, which I can't read. Wow. Oh, and another lovely floor colouring. Terracotta, I think. Maybe not. Wow. It'll be largely Byzantine, but I suspect also some of it will be Roman. But Byzantine 1,500 years ago. Here we have a Mithraic temple, which has been built around the 2nd century CE, and now one of these vaults, which is several, has been converted into this temple to Mithras, and the idea is to make it dark but with a little bit of light coming in, because Mithras was some kind of unconquered sun or something like that. The cult of Mithras was very, very popular throughout the Roman Empire, and we see, for example, Mithraic temples. There's one in London, there's another one on Hadrian's Wall. So this is the entrance into the Temple of Mithras. 1,800 years ago built. Got some birds living in here.